Om Tava Kathamritam Tapta Jeevanam Kavibhiriditam Kalmashapaham Shravanamangalam Srimadaatatam Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha Bhuvi Grananti Ye Bhurida Janaha. Master went to other's house where arrangements were made for the kirtan. Many devotees and neighbors had gathered in others' drawing room anxiously to listen to the Master's words. Master to the devotees, both worldliness and liberation depend on God's will. It is God alone who has kept man in the world in the state of ignorance, and man will be free when God, of his own sweet will, calls him to himself. It is like the mother calling the child at mealtime when he is out of play, when he is out playing. When the time comes for setting a man free, God makes him seek the company of holy men. Further, it is God who makes him restless for spiritual life. A unique saying of Sri Ramakrishna is the highest truth. He is presented in most simplest words. God's will, when we come to the God's will, the whole universe, its Srishti Sthiti Pralaya, all jivas coming into existence, and the cycles, everything is within the creation is going in cyclic order, including the manifestation of the universe and its retraction, again and again, cyclic order. And time we see is again cyclic. Though in science we are accustomed to look upon time as linear, in reality is circular, because we are seeing small part, insignificant part of the circumference. It is rather straight. When we huge cycle in that circle, in that, take any arch of the smallest size, you see it is. Here it looks like linear, but it is slowly curving, millions and millions of years it passes to come back to. From Srishti, the time begins this, and again time ends with. Just like our life. We were born in this world on a particular day when our growth began. And from that day, my time started. And it looks I have spent the whole life. But by the time I could spend my half the life, it had already finished the half the cycle. The growth had already ended and the decline had begun. and it is going to end back. The same state I am going to experience. As a child, how I was lying on the bed helplessly. After 1 year, what was my state? After 5 years, what was my state? The same thing is coming back again. Last, I would be lying on the same cot in the same way, in the helpless condition that I am not able to move anymore. So, this is beginning of the cycle and ending of the cycle. One cycle is over, my life is over. And next life is beginning. Again, the same similar cycle is beginning with the same time cycle, again ending. So it looks linear, but it is passing through repeated endless cycles, Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya cycles. And the whole universe at level, just to take the rainwater falling, getting flowing, reaching some places, evaporating, becoming cloud, and again falling. The same thing is repeating again and again. Time looks linear, but when we consider the object which is passing through that time as if each has a cycle to finish. Time, if we see the universal time, within the universal time, the small circles of time is going on, ripples amidst the wave, how it looks like that. Small cycles of each life and things are moving about. So we see everything good. And who has designed the whole process? The jivas appearing, their entanglement in the world, how curiously, how joyfully, how with eagerness they enter the world. As the youth is growing, with some education, this, that and all, we are rushing into the world with few things provided by nature. The intellect belongs to nature. Nature has its own way. Mind belongs to nature. Body belongs to nature. I am identifying with it. Every day I am separating from it when I sleep. Who am I? What is it? What is happening? Who has designed this? Whose will is working? Can I stop my sleep? The rest of the life I will not sleep. Can I happen? No. Whole thing is programmed. And everything is under the law of cause and effect. The starting, like the vehicle, a vehicle engine, the whole thing is programmed and designed. And it goes according to a law. Engine is running according to law. Movements are moving according to law. So whole thing is set in it. And everywhere, everything is governed. Look at a plant's life. It has absolutely no independence. The formation of seed, the falling of the seed, the rainwater, some moisture reaching it, again the vegetation continuing. So you see ultimately that one who has designed the whole thing is managing its process also. One who has designed and started. Yatha pravritti prasrita purani. In ancient time, Purani, unknown antiquity, beyond our imagination, millions and millions of Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya cycles are going on. how many times the universe to come into existence and go to the optimum level, again shrink back. It takes innumerable million years of manifestation and demanifestation. So optimum level to go, how many millions of years it takes, we do not know. And again it shrinks back and dissolves in the absolute. What a beautiful designing, how the child grows. But everything is, what is the difference between one soul and another soul? What's the difference one plant and another plant? One being and another being? Within the species, the differences. One man's nature is different entirely from the other. One who, whatever a person experiences, sukha, dukkha and all that, the situations of life, the reactions of his to the external nature, everything entirely different. And how it is? It's a law. What is that law? Law of cause and effect. Repeated actions creates that momentum. A vehicle is running, it has acquired already a momentum. So that momentum is guiding further. Like that, how much momentum, in what direction it has, all the directions. How the mind is working, what momentum mind has acquired and what is the direction it is working. Bodily existence, everything is. Now, what a designing, and it happens according to that law. Now, lawmaker alone has the power to eliminate the law or readjust the law or give exemption from the law or release from the law. So here we see the life of every jiva, both worldliness and where it should be. Now, where should he be? Whether worldliness or liberation depends upon God's will, because it may be nature providing, but the law is made by the conscious entity which pervades it and maintains it, cosmic intelligence, which is guided by with very presence of the Shuddha Chaitanya, Vishwa Chaitanya, is making that nature's cosmic intelligence to act and design everything happen. Now, the law is according to the momentum gained, in that direction it is going. A vehicle is getting momentum, the direction, whichever direction it is set, it starts running in that direction. It is linear motion. Some may be what we call momentum and inertia. Inertia, when we come to inertia, its tendency to continue in the state in which it is there. An object which is not moving will not move unless it is disturbed by another force. Something moving, it will not stop unless it is obstructed by some force. Now I throw a stone. It has to continue going forever, because there is gravitational force against it, it drops off again on the earth. So this inertia, it is happening. I throw a stone, it's falling down. But what is that? What is making it falling down is gravity. What is it, gravity? It is law of nature. Law of nature. Now this law of nature is designed and made. Everything is going according to law. It can get the exemption. It's like government. It has made certain laws. And it works at the lowest level, splitting. Now, a street is there, road is there in front of the ashram. If you ask the chief of the government whether it is proper in proper condition or not, they will never know. It is through law all roads are maintained. It has to be in this condition. When condition fails, you have to again make the arrangements. For arrangements, you have to make the money, taxes, this, that. All things are in according to law, it is going on. But the higher authorities may not know at all. But it is their orders which is making the lower powers to implement and work. The lowest officer in charge of that road is maintaining that road. The village chiefs. The state level, they may not be knowing. The national level, the central may not be knowing at all. But it is their orders which is functioning. If they can stop any moment, they can release the person who is taking care any moment. But whole thing is governed by the central. Like that, God, in and through the nature, is organizing the whole movement. He has to be in the world. Why? Because it is law. He has gained that momentum to be in the world. He is placed there. Another is there, he is placed. It is like a vehicle wound, a children's toys wound and left, it starts moving, whatever direction you keep. So here we see the whole thing happening is according to a law, and lawmaker is the pure consciousness which pervades the whole universe, which we call the Lord of the universe. Vishwa Chaitanya. Both worldliness and liberation depends upon God's will. It is God alone who has kept man in the world in the state of ignorance. The formation of a jiva in the absolute existence, just the will, I will become many. Bahusyam. The Upanishads tell about how the formation, I will become many. The one indivisible existence, it wants to become many and enjoy its own joy. Because in one, it is bliss. It is bliss. But if there is a split in it, there is enjoyer and the enjoyed. Otherwise, bliss itself is alone there as bliss. The bliss is there without duality, without triad. If triad means the enjoyer, enjoyment, and the enjoyed. Triputi, three entities come into picture. I am meditating, meditator, I am meditating upon an object, and meditation. It becomes three. Meditator, meditated upon, and this is called triad. Meditation, the action and the actor and the object which is being acted upon. So these three triads. So duality must be there. So I am sleeping, I am waking up, I am alone, but I want to enjoy. The subject-object comes into picture. Whole multiplicity comes into picture. World appears. Just one sankalpa of the universal power, consciousness, which is power-packed, and power is consciousness-backed. That is just like me and my power. I want to go there. My power, I have the power, I have the will also to go and do. So these two decide. So here also at the universal level we see God has kept the man in the world in the state of ignorance, and man will be free when God out of his sweet will calls him to himself. When the jiva appears, it is like a small droplet in the huge ocean. The only ocean is there is no duality. A droplet in the ocean is ocean itself. It is aware of itself as I am the ocean. Every particle in it is aware because there is no duality. Every particle is experiencing the infinite, eternal existence, the bliss absolute. But when it becomes just like a droplet which is experiencing like that, becomes ice. Ice has nothing but water in it. It is water alone. There is nothing more other than water. Just a change of state. This immediately makes the duality, creates the duality. The moment it accepts, I become alpa, I become puny, I become tiny, I become a small particle. I was the ocean. The moment it comes, it enters into the law of nature. It falls into the nature. It is, when it is ice, also it is water. It is ocean only. It is in the ocean. It is a part of the ocean. And it is ocean. The state has changed a little to create a duality. It itself has split into two. A duality is created. And this acceptance immediately becomes a jiva. Jivatva, it acquires the scholastic existence, independent existence, as if it is separated, distinct and different from the rest of the existence. Now it is set to move. It wants to expand back. It tries to search the infinite joy it was experiencing, the bliss. Then it runs. In the nature, there is sattva, raja, tama. Cognition, movement, and materialism, materialistic existence. So these two bind, these two, it has come into this realm, sattva, raja, tama, and it starts movements. And the consciousness has three powers: Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti. They start working. I desire Ichcha Shakti to become the infinite again, bliss absolute. But it is so tiny that it doesn't know how to become the again. How it became a tiny and how to merge back itself, it doesn't know. Because it is as accepted as its tininess. It just I am ocean. If it identifies, it will immediately dissolve. But that cognition is external cognition. I am separate from the rest. Subject-object has come into picture. I am not the object. I am the subject. Subject-object comes in, duality comes. Duality comes, there is no oneness. If there is no oneness, there is no bliss. So immediately, it wants to. The cognition, Ichcha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Ichcha Shakti. I want to go back to my state of being one. Ichcha Shakti. Kriya Shakti. It starts searching for and acting. It catches hold of the world. Panchag, Jnanendriya, Buddhi, Manas. The ego catches, the ego I sense catches, because I has these three. The ego, the moment these three, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti start acting in the individual existence, which has just appeared in the nature, then it is yielding to the Sattva Rajatama act. Immediately it acquires the movement. It goes and catches something of the world, thinking that is going to give him the immortality, eternity, the ocean of bliss he is going to become again. The moment it holds, it becomes karma, action. Action has its reaction. It is in the realm of time and space bound, cause and effect law. It catches, it starts moving. Searching, it is moving. Now, how it happened? By the law of God, will of God. Who did the law? Will of God. It was God, will of God. Why the jiva was formed? It's will of God. What is that will of God? I want to become many and enjoy. So, how it is linked to each other, and how that the bondage and liberation is in the hand of God, will of God. He calls back to himself. So the power which made it to enter into nature is bringing back to its own state. It called back, come back, come back. When we initiate in Ramakrishna Math and Mission, and in foreign centers, so many swamis, almost all centers, heads of the centers in the outside India are authorized to initiate. The people give initiation, spiritual initiation, mantra diksha. And each time the Guru is clear that the call has come in your heart to get the initiation. The call has come from the Lord. The clear, he was going in the direction of the world. He wants to go in the direction of the divine. How interestedly, whole dedicating his life, he was running, trying to get the all, but whatever he caught was a source of pain and bondage. Each time he caught the joy, peace, but it was slipping away from his hand, leaving him in the dark with lots of pain and suffering. So slowly, every experience was turning him to the divine back source. It may take many, many lives, countless lives also many times, to take a turn back to the, and those who aspire for God realization come eagerly. Other people who are running into the world laugh at them. What they are thinking of God, a thing which is not there. And they forget they are thinking of the world which is not there is real. Everything is reverse in this world. Everything, it is error in the intellect that which is perishable, it takes as eternal, and eternal as perishable. Again, by experiences, God and nature goes on giving experiences, and then when it is ready, it takes the, when this soul comes for initiation, we tell, wow, it's will of God that you have come. It is will of God that it has turned you back to the source. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.